Our opponent, it says, is blue, white, red, land still. We will be playing against the standstill moat. Oh, rest in peace. So, Narset, Teferi, Jace. Bird just slammed into the window above me. Brainstorm, Ponder, Swords. Dovin's Veto, Detention Sphere, Negation, Force of Will, Shark Typhoons. Flusterstorm, Wear, Tear. Hi, buddy. All right. And away we go. Lost the die roll again. All right. So they mulligan to 6. This is a turn 1 Karn do nothing. Turn 1 Karn do nothing seems poor. This feels better. All right. My thought is I lead with a chalice. I could now play Emery, or I wait. Fair enough. Because of how I played it, the Urza's Bauble trigger would shut me down. Get punished for that. Okay, they're cashing in Narset. Found another standstill. So they have double standstill. Okay. Now here's the thing, they have Shark Typhoon. That's the difference, is they have Shark Typhoon. So maybe I should have just... Yeah, as soon as I thought about it, and then I'm running right into it. Yeah, that was stupid on my part. So maybe as soon as I drew Psi, they're giving themselves back Force of Negation. Okay. And then cycle themselves a Shark, draw into it. Yeah, this is just stupid on my part. So now I have no chance against basically what's going on over there. I mean, I could have played that land. So they already had Force of Negation, but I also potentially handed them more. Just have Counterspell. Not really sure how much of a chance I'm going to have against this. Because all they have to do is just play out another one, yeah. We're way too far behind. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We know they are holding a Force Negation. Yeah, we're just dead. So sending the Emery in is where we messed that up, because otherwise we should have tried to play... Them having the second standstill is what hurt, though. I think the Chalices still makes sense. I guess that's part of the thing when your deck is so narrow that, I mean, so is theirs though, right? Like, I feel like their deck is going to be susceptible to certain things, but maybe not. Maybe they can accommodate more. Like glass cannon wise, right? What do they do in a world of... rest in peace. Well, well, well. How the turntables have turned. I got my buddy here lending me support. Get a serious emote in the chat. Lily, who knows where Lily is? Lily's not supporting Team Pinter here. Classic Lily. I guess it's... I also didn't need to... Should I have... If I play that as a longer game, try to resolve Narset. Maybe they fight over Narset. Try to resolve the Echo. Maybe they fight over the Echo. Like, stretch that out more instead of just jamming. Maybe that's where I went wrong. So my thought here, so they're keeping 6. Losing it 2 Force of Wills. Show me a ponder. Playing that ponder. So really against, say, like they're racing to get that standstill in play and then just build up lands and shark me, right? So that's where I need to put the pressure on them with Karn. They did not shuffle. We get this back, we have Sure. They shuffled. Well, I didn't want to throw both of it, so I could play Lion's Eye, crack it, play it again, crack it, have the mana, and go for Lattice right there. But their deck list, with Force of Will and Negation, I guess if they exile the Lattice, we can still go get it again. My thought was I do something small. I was just trying to like incremental them to keep them off mana to fight out of it. That was my thought there. I could see where it would be better served trying to if I jam, see that's what happened in the first game. I jammed, and if I would have stretched it out a little bit longer, and so that's where not necessarily resetting, but just thinking, okay, well, if I just jam again and then they have the counterspell for that, I would rather stretch it out. And if they didn't have the counterspell, Lattice obviously just wins. But if they do, then I'm down. Whereas if I go get Lattice there, or if I go get... I would have needed to have one more mana to replay it as well. I was thinking, would they have been able to replay it in that same turn? All right, game 3. Game 3. They're keeping 7, but I don't think... I mean, it is a turn 2 Karn. It's not necessarily a turn 1 Emery unless we draw an artifact. If we draw an artifact, it's a turn 1 Emery, turn 2 Karn. No, we could make it a turn 1 Emery by playing land Lotus Petal, cashing in the Lotus Petal for Emery that she could rebuy. It's a turn 1 Emery. It's a turn 1 Emery, turn 2 Karn. All right. Ponder. Ponder is a no shuffle. That'll do, pig. So we hit Lion's Eye and an Echo in there. Okay. Can you deal with this or not? Force a negation, pitching brainstorm. Okay. So I can't play Chalice yet. But once again, we could do our long game thing of setting up. We're one Karn down. Caracas. Sure. So I'm going to play Chalice to turn off Swords, Ponder, Brainstorm, that type of thing. Pyroblast, Red Elemental Blast, which we saw. With that in play, do we go for Narset? Dovin's Veto. Okay. Trying to clear a path for a Karn. Okay. Whiff. They're thinking, so there could be a choice, or they could be lamenting how bad things are. Wear tear. Force off a Ponder. Okay. Just gonna bounce it. Pyroblast. So if I play the Emery, I'm literally just milling myself because it's not going to stay in play as long as the Caracas is there. And otherwise, they'll hit the Chalice. I need a way to deal with the Caracas to get an Emery into play. They could also get a card back, or they just have Brainstorm. Brainstorm, set stuff up, and then crack Flooded Strand, giving them Mystic Sanctuary to really set things up with a Force of Will there. Okay, they're good enough they don't want to crack. That's scary. That's bad news, because if they crack it, we don't draw because of Narset. That's BS. I think I can't afford to wait is the big thing for me, is I can't afford to wait because of it. Now, they could have cracked the Flooded Strand to redraw with Mystic Sanctuary, redraw a counterspell, and that's kind of what I was hoping for. Yeah, if they do it now, it's like you literally could have had it the whole time. They're going to get back Dovin's Veto, which they could have just done in response to... And then they... Okay, so they're force negating it, and they still have Dovin's Veto available to them. Throwing more cards away. Just trying to get something in play to put pressure on Narset, although that's not really happening. Double Emery against the Caracas is brutal. Like, if one of these was a Psy, how much better that would be, you know? To at least get something going. Yeah. And then it doesn't even make sense to keep throwing the Emery out there because I'm literally just milling myself and I don't have the value with the Echo. You know? That's it. And we know they have a Pyroblast. So Pyroblast, or they did at one point, they can just get themselves a Baby Shark here. Medium Shark. Yeah, and then this will close us out before I can really do anything. I mean, they are definitely an answer deck, and so we're not really an answer deck. We're built to go fast. The Force of Wills we have are to protect the going fast, and it's like if once we run out of gas. They picked up a Dovin's Veto. They did not pick up a Force of Will. They might just have it anyway. No, they have the Pyroblast, you dummy. I mean, it's literally right here, dude. It was right there. I guess just make them have it over and over and over again. Jace. No, new Narset. Yep. That should be it. 7 cards in hand, 4 turns away, attacking with a 3/3, and your opponent can't draw out of it. Or can they? Get him to attack. Okay. It's even there's not. Come on, man. This was gonna be when I play Hull Breacher, and you don't have Force of Will for it. They let it in play with 8 cards in hand. Yeah. I think that is a case of we're aggressive. It's rock versus paper. We got papered. Two, they have more counter spells than we have threats almost, you know.